Well, yeah, because if the longer you wait, the more the cap space goes up, and then the more money you're going to have to spend on these players. Agreed.
And then you risk putting them on the market and somebody basically out paying for them than you.
DRG says Colts get Galladay, re-sign Anthony Walker, and draft a CB, and then they also get Carson Wentz. I like that. I like that deal.
I think that's terrible.
Because you don't like Kenny Galladay. I think Kenny Galladay is legit. He's a really, really good receiver.
He can be legit all he wants. He gonna be legit injured. Then what?
Legit
you already went through
on the
it
bench.
with Ty. Why go through it again?
Excuse me. Fair enough. Kenny Galladay might get franchised. Oh, that might be true too. All right. Well, thank you guys for your comments. We'll go ahead and hop in, and we're gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna dip our toes into some NBA talks. First time on the show, we're gonna hop into the NBA, and I'm sure that's going to be more of a theme throughout the NBA season, considering the NFL season's come to a close. Of course, we're going to still talk NFL as more free agency news comes in, but NBA will be more prevalent from here on out. But I wanted to start our NBA talk is right now the two conferences have unexpected number ones on top. The 76ers for the East, the Utah Jazz for the West. And we'll go ahead and start with the 76ers. I'll go through what they have real quick. They're 18-10. Joel Embiid is playing at an MVP level, 30 points a game, 11 rebounds a game. Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons playing well as also. Seth Curry, Danny Green, Dwight Howard have been really good additions this offseason. I love Seth Curry. Him in Dallas last year was awesome in the playoffs. Doc Rivers is their new coach, a championship head coach. And where do you think this team could go? How far could they go into the playoffs? Like, how legit is this team, Christopher?
I think they can legitimately go to the second round, and that's it. They're not going anywhere. No one's beating Brooklyn. You know what? I take that back. If they can avoid the Nets in the second round, they can go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because outside of the Brooklyn, who else in the East is good?
Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee
trash. They're on a 4-game losing streak. Who the second team in the West?
The Nets. Oh, no, the East, you mean?
Yeah.
The Nets are second team right now. So they shouldn't play the Nets because right now they're 1, Nets are 2. So they would have to fall all the way down to 4 to have to worry about the Nets in the second round. So you
Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals, and then I said they get ran out by the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't think they
won't have enough. They won't have enough shooting. They won't have enough scoring. Ben Simmons, he can't check James Harden and Kyrie. He's gonna get killed. It won't even be close.
If they can keep the first seed, I think that they definitely have a good chance. I do think the Bucks will give them some problems because the Bucks right now are struggling, but the Bucks can bring it back around for sure. The Bucks are not a bad NBA team.
They can't.
So we pretty much agree on that one. The Utah Jazz over on the West. I love this team. What do you think about the Jazz?
They'll be a second round exit.
Okay, so what I have for them right now, they're a super balanced team. They have six players scoring double digits. They've won 19 out of their last 20. Donovan Mitchell is a straight dog. I love Donovan Mitchell. I've watched a couple of Jazz games now. He is incredible. But he's averaging 24 points a game right now. Love him. Rudy Gobert is a freaking awesome player, right? Almost nearly averaging 3 blocks a game. 2.8 blocks a game. The dude's just rim protector like you've never seen before. He's also averaging 14 points a game, 13 rebounds, so a double-double for him. I love Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles was not a starter for them. He came off the bench. But with Mike Conley's injury, he is now the starting. He basically replaced Mike Conley. I feel like they use him as almost like a point guard, even though he's listed as a small forward. I love his swag. I don't know if you watched the game the other night. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was against. Who was it? Crap. I don't remember which game it was. It was Bucks versus Jazz. It was the Bucks versus Jazz. He was getting guarded at the 3-point line, and somebody came up and like put a hand up in his face, and he high-fived them. And then ended up scoring on him. It's just that I thought that was hilarious.
He's a nice guy, but.
And then my last point with Utah is Jordan Clarkson off the bench is absolutely incredible. He's averaging 18.2 points per game and in only 26 minutes. And then he just dropped 40 against the 76ers a couple of nights ago.
I didn't see that. When I woke up, I seen he dropped 44 or 40 something like that.
Yep. So you think the Jazz will be a second-round exit?
Second-round exit.
I have them going to the Western Conference Finals and getting 2 games on the Lakers. I think they scare the Lakers a little bit. They get 2 games on the Lakers, and then before they eventually fall. But Utah in the Western Conference Finals, I think they're a legit team. I forget their coach's name, but he's a good coach as well. I like the Utah Jazz.
I don't think they're going to do anything.
The Celtics, Jermaine, a Celtics fan, says the 76ers can't beat us in the playoffs. So he can't beat the Celts in the playoffs.
Right now, the Celtics, they're I don't know what they need. They need something. But what they're doing right now is just ridiculous.
Who did they just, didn't I just watch a game of theirs? They just beat the Nuggets last night.
Okay, but they're like 14-14, something like that. You wouldn't expect.
Probably a little better than that. But yeah, they're not having a fantastic season right now, but they're a fantastic team, though. Freaking Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker. Who else do they have on that team? They have a bunch of different guys. But
yeah, you're right. You do need to trade Kemba.
Somebody said you need to trade Kemba? Oh, my God. I love Kemba. I didn't like what he did last night, though. In that game, he had, like, a weird moment where, like, he got, like, somebody said a pick on him, and he just, like, gave up on the play. Like, walked off the court. That was weird. I don't know.
That's exactly why they want to trade him.
But no, I actually have big expectations for Utah right now. I think they're a fantastic football team. Basketball team. What are you guys saying? Yes, Donovan Mitchell is solid. Asan agrees. I'm not doing a game tonight. I actually have a job to go to after this show. I have work. So after the show, I'm going to have to run. I can't hang out and talk to you guys tonight. Hail to my Warriors, says Asan. Extra JK, Sixers need to trade Ben Simmons. Don't at me.
They probably will after this year. They don't go nowhere.
They don't go nowhere. I'd rather have John Wall. He plays defense, and he's a leader. Interesting.
John Weezy. That's what I call him, John Weezy.
I wouldn't rather have John Wall. John Wall is freaking a walking injury. Don't worry. He won't play much longer.
John Wall's the GOAT.
DRG says Nets don't want to see the Wizards. The Wizards did beat them the last time they played. Shaq fired Utah stigma with his comments on Gobert and Mitchell. What did Shaq say? Extra JK says Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, sir. No, sir.
DRG, did AD tear his Achilles? I didn't hear. I thought he just had a strain.
No, he's had a strain out 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think he'll be back. Expert JK says Tobias is low-key better than Ben Simmons. Is that really low-key?
It's not better than Ben. It's just about a score.
Yeah, Ben Simmons, he can play defense, can't he? Ben Simmons?
He can do everything but score.
Especially the three.
Well,
he's averaging 10% from three as a career.
I mean,
Pistons are booty.
I'm not a Pistons fan. I'm a Knicks fan right now. But once D-Rose retire, I'll be a Bulls fan.
Back to the Bulls?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, that is just what I had for the NBA this week. As I said, I'm sure we'll hop back into more NBA talk. Look, he's already got the NBA game behind. You can't see it on your screen, but I can see it on. He's got what? Is that the Knicks and Suns?
The Knicks and Magic.
Knicks and Magic. Okay.
Halftime.
What's the score?
I do not even know. I haven't been paying attention, but I think we might be down by like 2 or 1 or something like that.
Fair enough. All right.